One day when I was younger, I was walking down the street alone on my way to meet some friends at a cafe when a young man approached me on the sidewalk, reached out, and grabbed my breast. The utter surprise on his face as I turned and started wailing on him with my umbrella says it all. Apparently, he thought it was okay to grope a female in broad daylight and then continue on his merry way. When did this become acceptable behavior? And I'm not talking about this incident occurring in this country alone, because sexual aggression against women has no boundaries, no geographical boundaries, and no cultural ones. In today's society, we are encouraged to speak out against acts of terrorism. Yet when a male knowingly and willingly commits an act of sexually aggressive behavior against a female, we say nothing.
It's 2016, and women have entered most male-dominated arenas, including most occupations. Entering male-dominated spaces means exposure to sexual harassment, wage discrimination, and even sexual assault. But women have done so anyway, because they've grown up believing that they are just as good as men. As a gender scholar, I wouldn't have thought it possible for one man to incite a backlash against gender equity, but that's what's happening. Donald Trump's rhetoric and behavior threaten to roll back over 50 years of progress. He's tapped into and reinvigorated a deep, pernicious vein of misogyny in the United States. He threatens to force women out of public spaces and to silence them.
The mistreatment, harassment, and abuse of women is unacceptable in the locker room, in the boardroom, and in the courtroom. We need change agents who will step up and create a culture that empowers, that uplifts, that supports women.
As a university faculty member who teaches about sexual assault, I am seriously concerned about the damaging language used by the Republican candidate for president. This kind of language is insulting to women and girls everywhere. And now it appears that there is also behavior to back this up. Yes, where there's smoke, there is fire. And when women finally have the courage to come forward, they are disparaged and not believed. Well, we call this victim blaming. It's very common. Women know it all too well. In college, 1 in 4 women are sexually assaulted. This must end. And in order for it to end, we need to teach about consent.
As a teacher of communication, I have dedicated my life to teaching students about the power of words and the joy of finding your voice. I have witnessed students, in particular women, discover their passion, their commitment to cause, and the power of advocacy through the spoken word. To label misogynistic comments as just words, to describe sexual assault as locker room talk is insulting, degrading, and it diminishes and brutalizes the countless girls and women who suffered verbal and physical assault. It silences us. It takes away our self-esteem, our confidence, our dignity, and our voice.
We need people to know that women are to be respected, not demeaned, not insulted, and not used as playthings for men.
We need men and women to stand together to create a new culture. Enough is enough.
We will not go home, we will not shut up, and we will not walk away from this fight.
We cannot tolerate silence, and this cycle must end.